Hello and welcome to Med4care. I am Dr. Kerr. And today I will talk to you about the physical examination. In medicine, the diagnosis of a disease is a three-stage process. The second of these is the visit, which consists of looking for objective clinical signs directly on the patient's body. This is why we speak of a semiological study. The body signs are objective, describable and measurable data, and can therefore provide objective confirmation of the subjective symptoms reported by the patient during the anamnesis. Indeed, the description of the symptoms made by the patient may not be sufficient to identify the pathology. The physical examination in these cases allows the so-called differential diagnosis, that is, the discrimination between pathologies with similar symptoms but with objectivable differences. Generally, 4 phases are distinguished in the visit of a patient: inspection, palpation, percussion, auscultation. During the inspection, it's doctor's sense of sight that examines the patient. Indeed, the doctor's eye scans the patient in search of useful information and any anomalies. In particular, some identifiable elements are posture and walking, with particular attention to physical asymmetries. The patient's nutritional status, for example in case of underweight or overweight. The movement deficit of some parts of the body. Discoloration or visible signs of the skin, especially of the face. During palpation, however, it is the doctor's touch that comes into action. In fact, the doctor goes to feel the areas of the patient's body that he suspects are abnormal, and checks their characteristics, such as consistency, mobility, or pain. During this phase, the doctor also performs useful maneuvers for identifying specific pathologies, such as Bloomberg's sign, Murphy's sign, Giordano's maneuver, Auspitz sign, Cullen's sign, Grey-Turner sign, or Godet's sign. The third modality, namely percussion, requires the doctor to tap certain areas of the patient's body and draw deductions from listening to the response sounds, such as in the case of lung sounds. In particular, the doctor uses 2 fingers. A finger, called plexus, strikes another finger, which acts as a pleximeter, which the doctor keeps placed directly on the patient's skin. On the contrary, during auscultation, the doctor uses a particular instrument called a phonendoscope to listen to the sounds produced by the patient's body cavities. In this case, the stethoscope is positioned directly on the patient's skin in the area to be examined. The success of the visit is certainly very dependent on the abilities of the doctor who performs it, and always requires good communication between doctor and patient, since this examination must be performed completely on the patient's entire body. Although today the progress of diagnostic imaging allows to carry out more objective and less operator-dependent investigations, the physical examination still allows the detection of important details capable of addressing the diagnostic suspicion. In fact, the physical examination remains central to the identification of important elements, especially in the case of acute events in which a quick diagnosis is essential. We are now at the end of today's video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you found it useful, please support us with a nice like and subscribe to the channel. See you soon on Med4care.